Good morning. On this edition, the first edition of Monday Musings, I want to spend a few minutes talking with you about the theme of going sideways. Now, sideways is a term that frequently suggests that something has gone amiss. And certainly, we are living in a world that seems to be amiss with so many things happening. Uh, Last week, I began to engage with Facebook Live and live streaming and YouTube. And though I have received a number of helps from various people along the way, helps that have been very encouraging to me, I noticed that when I was speaking twice now, we have come to a distraction, if you will. That distraction is this: we are sideways when we post. The voice comes out okay, the audio recording that is. The picture seems to be fine. The lighting seems to be okay in most circumstances, but the picture, the camera somehow records me sideways. We think we have finally figured that out, and we will see in this post, and of course, we will see in next Sunday's live stream post from our church as well. But in the meantime, we are practicing and we are learning and we are trying to straighten out that which has turned over on its side. There's other things that have gone sideways in this life as well. Not only the world itself with the virus and with all of the isolation and quarantine that has taken place, but also our relationships. Our relationships have not gone sideways in the sense that they have ceased or that they have become non existent, but they have gone sideways in the sense that there is no physical contact. And for the most part, we are avoiding even family members in terms of face to face contact. This came home vividly to me over the weekend as we Skyped with my son and daughter in law and my grandson. I want to let you know I miss my grandson. In fact, as I was thinking about him today, he said something to me on the phone, even this morning. I miss being at your house, Grandpa. I miss having ice cream with you. Well, we have a lot of fun together. There's no doubt about that. And so life has gone kind of sideways in our relationships. I am eager and clearly anticipating the day when I will be able to spend time with my grandson again. Having said all of that, though, I want to challenge you on this Monday morning musing not to go sideways in terms of your love for Christ and your love for his church and your love for his people. The Bible tells us in Galatians chapter 6, beginning at verse 9, let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary. So then, while we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Many of our people are shut in. Many of our people are in quarantine and isolation. They are experiencing the depressing nature of being in isolation, the loneliness of isolation. And so, if you are able to shoot them an email or make a telephone call or drop off something nice without violating any of the quarantine recommendations, then certainly I would encourage you to do that today. Do something good for someone in some way. And if you are in isolation and you're starting to feel the pull of the loneliness and the pull of being by yourself, call someone yourself. Encourage them with the scriptures that you have been reading. Pray with them over the phone. Just be there for them. Look out for one another. Don't go sideways as a result of this pandemic. Be vertical, be upright, and do what you can with the available resources to be an encouragement to one another as you see the day approaching. To be the face of Christ, the voice of Christ, if you will, in these troublesome times. And so I would challenge you to do that. And having said that, I want to say thank you to so many people who are helping us not to go sideways. First, I want to thank our deacons, Mark Nelson and David Hackley, and their families. They are calling and they're available. They're doing so many things, trying to help our people during this time. In fact, I'll be sending out an email a little bit later as it relates to something David's been working on regarding a question that so many of you have asked as it relates to our giving in the church, the worship of giving. Mark's been working on a new video booth attached to the sound booth. I also want to give a thanks to Iglesia, who rents from us. They have been so helpful, not only with the technology and the recordings, but with some of the more maintenance type work, tape and texturing, filling and patching holes, electronic work, the soundboard, the sound speakers, hanging things. We say thank you. We did not we did not go sideways in the midst of all of these projects. I also want to say thank you to West Valley Bible Church. And though we miss meeting with them, and I'm sure they miss meeting with each other since they have been put out of the high school, we are mindful that they have engaged with a church that they are not totally familiar with and have helped many of our people with shopping and with various needs and even with the shoveling of rocks and the placement of those rocks in one situation. We say thank you to you for looking out for us. We say thank you to all of you for looking out for one another to make sure that we stay vertical, that our shoulders are back, that we are chin up as we go through this situation together. May the joy of the Lord truly be our strength as we stay vertical and not turn sideways during this time of difficulty, this time of confusion, and this time of consternation. Thank you for being the church of Jesus Christ. Thank you for loving the Savior. Have a great day.